Welcome back to another City Skylines video. For today, I want to show you how to build a unique looking roundabout. So instead of just plopping down a roundabout with the Roundabout Builder mod, I'm going to show you a more unique approach to building a roundabout. So the very first thing we need to do is actually build the roundabout with a road layout. So from north to south, we created a path or a road that was 40 units in its entirety. Then after that, what we did was we found the middle of our north to south road and we went 20 units to the right and 20 units to the left. So hey, we have a perfect looking roundabout. Well, this is not a roundabout, but we have 4 equal distant roads. So the next thing we're going to see on the screen right now is the Roundabout Builder mod. You can get this from the City Skylines Steam Workshop. So with the Roundabout Builder mod, this will help you create a roundabout in literally a matter of seconds. I'm sure many of you have watched my YouTube short about this. Anyway, so we have the perfect roundabout. We have it the exact size we want it. We're done, right? Yeah, we're completely done. This is the end of the video. Why are we watching this? Well, what we're going to do is we are going to use the node controller mod. And the node controller mod is, you can see that we are offsetting some of these nodes. Now, ultimately, I did go a little bit node crazy at first, but at the end of this video, you'll see that all the offset options will be at around 60. So right now, they're a little off of 60, but that's okay. We can still make this work out. So now that we have everything kind of in place, so the one last thing we need to do to prepare to use the City Skylines line intersection marking tool, what we need to do is I kind of want to make sure that we can draw on the entire part that we use the node controller. So going back to node controller, I'm going to hit that, you're going to see markings, and I'm going to hit that circle button or the 0. And that means it gets rid of all of our crosswalks. So we have a blank canvas to work with. So what we're going to do is we are going to add the lines to use the line intersection marking tool and draw lines on our roundabout. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect the green with the orange. Then we're going to connect the blue with the blue. But when you're holding down this, for that one, for both those two lines, hold down the shift button and it gives you a solid line. Now from the orange or yellow to the green, you do not hold shift and you have a dotted line. So now what we're going to do is we will repeat the same process on the other side. So overall, we're going at a pretty slow pace just to show you how to do it. And, you know, overall 2 solid lines essentially, and then we're going to have 1 dotted line. So we're going to do this on all 4 sides of the roundabout itself. So overall, so far we are going at an okay pace. So now that we flip over to the side, what we need to do is we need to connect the other 2 sides together. So we're going to have almost a triangle looking, I'll say a triangle looking. You can see the triangle in the middle. So eventually we're going to have a filler there and you'll see exactly what we do. So in order to create the filler, what you have to do is hold down the Alt button and then you'll see these red dots pop up. Holding down the Alt button, connect up all the dots, and then you're going to create a filler like I mentioned a couple seconds ago, if the filler would like to cooperate. So now that we have the filler in place, this definitely looks a lot cooler than just the plopping down the same old, the same old roundabout. So what we're going to do next is we're going to create grass, and we're going to make it a grass filler, and then we're going to do something a little bit unique. We're going to round the corners of the inside the roundabout itself. So it looks a little bit different, and you can see that at the bottom, I did mess up. We do not want a rounded part of the median, so we brought that back, but we wanted the inside part of the roundabout to have the rounded curves. So what we'll do next is we added the different curb size. I used 1, so we have different curves. So that's a concrete curve that comes up off the ground and it's slightly elevated. So overall, that looks pretty cool. We're off to a really good start with how this looks. It's very unique to what we're used to seeing in City Skylines. So what we need to do next is, as you can see, we're almost all at 60. So like I mentioned to you guys before, we're looking for 60, 60, and 60. So remember, we're doing this to all four sides of the roundabout. So again, we're looking for 60, 60, and 60. We all know that, and we all know we have to we all have to extend out the medium-sized roads. But anyways, the 60, 60, and 60, very easy to click those offsets. And so far, our roundabout is slowly coming together. So what we're gonna do next is go to the line intersection marking tool, and we're gonna copy and paste each of these intersections. So what you might have to do is you might have to rotate some of those, just rotate them around, because when you paste it, you can see some of them came out sideways. So just rotate those into place. So now that we have everything in place, what you are gonna notice is the curb might disappear, mainly because of, just the distance away you zoom out. But if you zoom close, you can still see the curb. So what we're going to start to do now is we are going to start to detail our awesome looking roundabout. So we're using the prop line tool, and what we're doing right now is we are decorating this part of the roundabout, because hey, it's an empty space. Let's fill in the empty space and make it look interesting. So what we're doing is we're adding a few different bushes, because hey, if you've ever been in the United States, you know that we do not keep up our empty spaces. Oftentimes it's overgrown grass, weeds, and just trees that just look like garbage. So what I end up doing is I do exactly what I just said. I had oversized bushes, then I added some shrubs, and then I added a tree in the middle, which again, in the United States, that's pretty common because we don't keep up with anything of that sort. So now that we have one of our four parts of the roundabout in place, what we're going to do is we're going to move some of those bushes closer, because hey, they're on the road. So I mean, how often do you have bushes that kind of go off the road? Actually, where I live near my girlfriend's house, we actually do have that. So I guess I shouldn't really poke fun at that, because I deal with a tree that literally is poking out onto the road all the time. I literally drive by it every single day. But look, this looks perfect. So what we're gonna do next is, now that we have all the trees and everything in place, we're gonna replicate this. So using the Move It mod, and make sure that all of our trees, like you can see that there's a blue check mark next to the trees, or it's filled in, it's not a check mark. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy all those trees, and we're gonna click on that, and we're just gonna copy and paste it 3 more times. And it just saved us a lot of time. Like, we're just gonna hit paste, boom. Just hit it once, nothing too crazy. You're just trying to get as close as possible. Now, obviously, when you're copying and pasting it, some might not look the greatest. But anyways, what we'll do is we'll speed this process up. So again, I am using the Move It mod, and we're just copying and pasting everything over. Overall, I think this turned out really good just for what it was. Again, this is just some minor detailing for that. Now, once we start to get into the major detailing part of this, what I decided to do was I just wanted to add a rock as the centerpiece. I feel like a rock is always a good thing to put in the center of detailing roundabout. I don't know, it just looks cool. And again, I'm using the prop line tool. So I use these nice pink trees because, it brings out some nice color, some nice, or is that a purple? In the comment section below, is that a purple or pink? Anyways, it brings out everything, and it looks amazing. So overall, guys, this is what our roundabout ends up looking like in the end. Like, what do you guys think of this roundabout? Please let me know in the comment section below. Like I said, I'll just give you my normal preview of what I like to make the roundabouts look like and how I just showed off. I think this is a very unique roundabout. I think if you place this in your city with all the detailing, it'll definitely make a difference, and it'll definitely pop out, and it'll definitely stand out from other city skylines roundabouts. So guys, if you just want to use the roundabout builder, I don't blame you one bit. But you know what, guys, please let me know in the comment section below, what did you guys think of this build? I thought it was cool. I thought everything flowed really well. And it's just something different, just something different that you might not have seen in City Skylines. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.